I get it when your friend texts you at midnight asking, should I drop $2,000 on a sewing machine or keep using my old Singer? You want to give a straight answer that saves them from a buyer's remorse nightmare. You're not looking for a glossy spec sheet, you're looking for the real-world truth about whether that machine will actually make your projects easier or just sit on a shelf gathering dust. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The Janome Horizon Memory Craft 8200 QCP Special Edition is one of those big boy machines that promises a professional-grade experience without the brand-new price tag because it's sold as a renewed unit. That alone raises a couple of red flags for most people. Will the refurbishing process leave any hidden quirks? Is the performance truly on par with a brand-new model? And, most importantly, does it give you enough bang for your buck compared to a lower-priced, simpler machine? First, let's talk about why the Horizon series matters in the sewing world. Janome's Horizon line is known for blending quilting-grade workspace with a broad stitch library, which is why it's a favorite among serious hobbyists and small business makers. The 8200 QCP takes that reputation a step further with an extra-large workspace that feels more like a tabletop than a compact domestic machine. If you've ever tried to piece together a 60-inch quilt top on a standard 7-inch throat, you'll know how frustrating it can be to constantly reposition the fabric. With the Horizon's wide opening, you can lay out larger sections of fabric and stitch them in one go, cutting down the time you spend fighting the machine's limits. Now, a lot of people assume extra-large workspace just means a bigger opening, but the practical impact is more nuanced. When you're sewing a pair of tailored pants or a fitted dress, you often need to work on long seams without constantly pulling the fabric through a tiny throat. The Horizon's larger feeding area, paired with its advanced fabric feeding system, helps keep the material moving smoothly, even with slippery knits or layered quilts. In my own trial, I was able to sew a 3-piece quilt block of medium-weight cotton without any noticeable tension shift, something that would normally cause puckering on a smaller machine. Versatile stitch options are another headline feature, but the real question is, do those stitches actually get used? The 8200 QCP offers a library that spans basic stitches, decorative stitches, and quilting stitches. What makes it practical is the way Janome groups them into intuitive categories on the LCD screen. I found myself reaching for a decorative stitch to add a subtle heirloom pattern to a set of linen napkins, and the machine executed it cleanly on the first try. The built-in stitch memory also lets you save custom stitch combinations, which is a time saver for anyone who repeatedly uses the same decorative edge on multiple projects. High performance and precision sound great on paper, but precision translates to consistent seam allowances and stitch length when you're actually cutting fabric. I tested the machine on a stretched jersey t-shirt pattern, and the seam allowance stayed uniform across the entire neckline, a spot that often reveals a machine's weakness. The needle bar's smooth travel and the tension adjustment's fine granularity meant I didn't have to rethread the bobbin multiple times to get the right balance. Convenient and efficient features are where the Horizon tries to earn its premium price. It comes with an automatic thread cutter, a foot pedal that can be programmed for different stitch lengths, and a quick change needle system that's genuinely quick swap a needle in under 10 seconds without a screwdriver. For a small business owner who needs to switch between a heavy denim project and a delicate lace applique, those time savings add up. The LCD interface also provides real-time feedback on stitch count and needle position, which is helpful when you're trying to hit a precise stitch count for a quilt border. That said, there are trade-offs that you should weigh before hitting add to cart. Because this is a renewed unit, the machine is inspected, cleaned, and tested, but it isn't brand new. Some users have reported a faint hum from the motor after extended use, nothing that stops the machine from running, but it's a reminder that you're buying a previously owned product. The warranty on renewed items is typically shorter than on new ones, so you'll want to check the exact terms on the Amazon page. If you're someone who likes the peace of mind that comes with a full year or longer manufacturer warranty, this could be a sticking point. Weight and footprint are also practical concerns. The Horizon 8200 QCP is a solid, heavy machine roughly the size of a small treadmill. If your sewing space is a cramped apartment corner, you'll need to commit to a permanent spot. The extra weight does contribute to its stability, especially when quilting thick layers, but it makes moving the machine a chore. For anyone who likes to take their machine to craft fairs or friends' houses, a portable model would be a better match. Now, who should actually consider this machine? If